Hang on, where's that mute button again?
Oh, I did get off track by not watching the screen.
You stop now. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm coming. Going around the mountain, would you go? Yeah. I'm just looking for a button. No.
That number's getting bigger, mate.
That's
He's at full tilt now.
You think I had all this done? All right.
All right.
So, all that, I got an off track.
Yep.
Doesn't count. Not count that one.
No, don't count that. So as soon as we've done all this waiting, should we do a practice start?
Do it now. Do it real quick. Oh, you mean
wanna
around the other? You mean okay?
Well,
You mean
When we get to the
Yeah,
start
right.
finish line.
yeah.
Do you find that there's a crest down into this braking mark?
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's
Good
easy to
stuff.
find because there's always a mini lockup there. You can,
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It's just us three, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yep.
no one else here.
Where is the next line?
Okay, 11:10. Okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got to remember how to start.
Hello. Oh, hello, winged man.
You joining?
Just on your left.
Clear left.
Oh,
Have you had
Gives like a wood off.
surgery? Yeah, he did.
he did. Yeah.
You had surgery on Tuesday.
Had or having?
Had.
Oh, nice. How'd
How
that
you
go?
feeling?
All smoothly.
Yeah, it all went well. Feels pretty good now, actually. Wednesday, they asked surgery is kind of painful.
I'll give
Like
it
when all
tweak
that-
these volumes.
When all that anesthetic wore. Yesterday was a bit better. Now today's sort of like there's no pain or anything anymore. It's just we've got to wear a sling.
So when are you back in action? Do you think?
Well, I have to wear the sling for 6 weeks.
Holy shit.
Some racing for 6 weeks, and then apparently it's like 12 weeks until it's sort of actually working. Because I saw the physio today, he said 12 weeks before you work on like strength stuff.
Wow, man, that's a serious break. Well, the
Well, a
X-ray
picture.
gave that away, of
That
course.
was a fucking awesome
yeah.
job.
Yeah.
I've now got a metal plate in my collarbone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Go flying. Set off all the metal detectors.
I was gonna say, does that mean you need a note from the doctor when you travel?
Yeah, well, I have like a little card.
Oh, really? Ah.
I guess I'll have to get used to answering the question, you know, do you have metal in your body? Yes.
No, of course not. Oh, wait. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Sorry, pause it, have it.
Yeah.
So once it's all healed and everything, will they remove it, or is it are you stuck with that for the rest of your life?
I think it's like the vast majority of the time they don't.
Your quickest overall.
It's really, it's like a compensation.
There's no need to actually go and get it, but if you're there, sort of can if you want.
Yeah, or if it's like, you know, irritating. Some people, like, they can sort of feel it, and it's sort of unpleasant. Hopefully that's not the case.
It's an unnecessary procedure otherwise.
Yeah, there'll be another surgery, another recovery. I guess that one would be fairly short because I wouldn't actually be waiting for a bone bone to heal or anything. You just have the few days after surgery.
Still, it's screwed into your bone, right? So it's still going to be a bit irritated if you take it out.
Not to mention probably weaken it as well, just from
Yeah.
all the
While it
wiggling
heals again.
around and fusing to it and all that.
They
yeah,
might
I
have to
guess-
cut muscle away to get to it again.
Yeah, well, I get the collarbone's actually fairly convenient. But yeah, I guess even like if they took the plate off and screw that, then you've got like a hole in the bone. So the bone would still then have to go through a healing process to sort of fill all that back in. So I imagine it's like a pretty big thing. So hopefully it doesn't bother me and I can just leave it there.
Yeah. Sure, it'll be fine.
You know what? We've got a new nickname, Bionic Man.
I prefer the Terminator, actually.
You've thought about this already. Is it living tissue of a metal endoscopy?
Apparently, like, it's still obviously covered in a dressing, but apparently because the collarbone sits so close to the skin, oftentimes you can actually see the plate of the bone through the skin.
Make out the brand.
As long as it doesn't say acne, it should be good.
202.38.
Exactly.
P2, that puts you 0.5 off the pace. You've just done a 202.91. The guy behind has just done a 204.43.
Oh, bit of break. Oh. So Sean, you're going to have to be like spotter or almost
Yeah.
team strategist or something, mate. In this series, it's kind of redundant, I guess, but try faster.
Hit now. Hit now.
Yeah, don't pit.
I'll slip you a 20. Just tell JB to pit.
You're 2/10 off the pace in
Oh,
sector
I
1.
wouldn't believe that.
Payment only if he does, though.
How'd the race go at Hockenheim? Was it Hockenheim?
Yeah. What did we get? Second, third, and sixth, was it? Or fifth?
I think I got fifth, yeah.
No, it was a decent enough race. We all improved and got an I rating and survived.
It was a pretty quiet event, though. There wasn't a lot of participation.
No, I think we had about 16 on the track.
Yeah, okay.
I think Hockenheim in general was a little bit in less than stellar with participation.
Yeah, I think that. Did we do that on Friday night? We did, didn't we?
No, that was Saturday day. Oh, off track. Yeah. Oh, slow down as well. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure that was Saturday Arvo, mate.
Which one did we do Friday?
That was. We did one. That was a couple of rounds back.
Did we?
Sure,
I
we did
don't
it Friday
remember.
night. I know I accidentally did an extra race, but
Sector 3 is
Yeah,
0.5
JB
off the pace.
joined a practice session.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he got a message to join his race.
well, in the UI, if you just have the series list up, it just shows you the most active. Well, let's say if there's no race, I've now found out it says like have a look or something. But if the race is about, you can be registered. It comes up just with join, and I just wasn't thinking and clicked join, and didn't realise until big
All right,
red
you're-
flashing
Sector 1
letters
time's
came up.
okay.
You're only new to iRacing.
I know.
Sorry, so who's had iRacing the longest out of us?
Yeah, I'm blaming the UI though. That's new.
I still refuse to use it.
I think you're going to have no choice soon.
Yeah, they're going to
For
ditch
the
it.
Enduros, they force it.
Hey,
How
obviously
long until...
none of us felt like the Enduro at Daytona.
How long is it until Bathurst?
The 12-hour.
The real one, not very long.
Sector 2
I
time's
don't know
okay.
when. I don't know when iRacing is,
Oh,
but it'll be super close.
Yeah, isn't it around the Australia Day?
Well, I hope not, because that's
Or
this
the
one.
week
Isn't it?
after.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no! I hope it's not that close.
Yeah, I think it's that close. It was that last year.
What was that back there? Oh, fuck, that was a brake marker.
Good lad, that's your quickest so far. You're currently 0.18 off the leader's pace. Sector 3 is 0.44 off the pace.
You can still join and spectate, though.
I think Sean is, are you?
What's that?
You're spectating?
Yeah, I'm in the session. I've got it set to focus on most exciting, which
I bet you
apparently is
that
currently won't.
Yeah! What else would it be? I mean, seriously.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, switch to J.
Oh, man! Oh, shit! I'm nervous.
Oh, I know.
Look at
Never
it.
mind.
Oh, so work, welcome back.
Oh, phew.
Yeah, I had to get it off track just to get the focus back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you focused on crashes, that would be JB all the time.
Sector 2 time was good.
It actually did a pretty sweet transition there. It was following JB like halfway through Maggots and Beckett's, and then it switched to you while it's still on the same.
Same camera,
Camera?
yeah.
Cool.
It was like a
Does-
really nice transition.
I will give it to IRS, and they do that pretty well.
Bathurst 12 hour is February 10 to 12.
That make that
Okay.
3 weeks away.
So yeah, 3 weeks away.
I thought
The
they
leader has
might
just
space
done a
those out a
2:02.16.
bit.
That's your quickest
No,
lap of
they
this session.
keep them with the real life
Time
ones.
to 10th in sector
1
3.
week after or before.
think-
I know they do normally, but it's super close.
Yeah, but I think they're increasing the list because then they've got Daytona 500s like the week after that. And then Sebring. Oh, there's a pretty big gap in there actually from early Feb
It's
to
Easter
late
typical,
March.
isn't it?
Yeah, Sebring's late March. So I guess I'll have to be chief during Bathurst.
I'd be a
You
bit
have
more
to,
positive
yeah.
than the other one. He's fucking hopeless.
You're 2/10 off the pace.
You're
in sector
last. Dude, I'm second.
I don't suppose anyone's even given any thought to Bathurst in terms of car choice. I certainly haven't.
Didn't we sort of roughly land on Ferrari as a default if we don't get any chance to think about it?
Yeah, I think we did mention that, didn't we? I mean, has anyone got a feel for what is the popular GT3 at the moment? The best, or the easiest to drive?
It doesn't matter because it'll get a bop for starters. So even if there is a
Yeah.
car that's fast, it'll be bopped.
Hmm.
And
Typically
from
still
memory,
stays fast, though.
yeah, but historically speaking, the Porsche and the Lamborghini want to kill us across the top of the mountain, and we've always shied away from them.
BMW was the favoured one last year from memory. Was it the Beamer? What was the other one that came out recently? Maybe it
Well,
was the
there's-
Ferrari and the Beamer. Oh, the Merc maybe.
Well, the
The
new
new
Merc
Merc.
wasn't out last year at that point, I don't think.
No,
it
I don't
came
think so.
afterwards.
Yeah, then it must have been the Beamer. The Beamer and Ferrari must have been the favoured ones.
Just looking at VRS this week, the Audi is popular.
The leader has just done a
Ferrari and
2:02.01.
BMW are
You're
both
now 0.9 off the pace.
there.
That was a
What track is it?
2:02.89.
Rudskogen.
Oh, okay, that's that Norwegian track. It's the one we're going to in the Porsche Cup next week.
Yay. I didn't like that in the GT3
front.
round.
Yeah, frame killer.
I've struggled with tyre wear, mind you, so maybe without that problem in this car so much. You can see I struggled at Brazil from tyre wear too, but I haven't had a problem since. Is that just unique to Brazil, or?
Brazil was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot,
I think
hot,
it is
hot.
a high-wearing track as well. Different tracks have different properties. But then they've also changed the tyres since then with that last update. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did, didn't they? Of course.
Track temp is only 24.
That's probably been mid to high side of what we've had.
I think, no, Dennis, you had a 26-degree sesh, didn't you? Those times you posted.
Yeah. Last night. Was it last night? Or was it night? Yeah, last night.
Yeah, that's why I said mid to high.
Sector 3 is 0.29 off the pace. The guy behind has just done a 203.80.
Bit slow at this track, or
No, I just can't drive and talk. You know this.
No, Warwick's been consistently, well, we've been much the same pace. Warwick might just have a slight edge over me.
Oh,
Faster.
fuck off. Fuck off. Stop trying to play underdog.
Oh,
We'll start calling him Mercedes, Mr. Merc.
Sector 2 is 0.25 off the pace.
Sandbags all the time.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll call you Sandman.
Sandy.
Marcus.
That puts you 1.0 off the leader's pace. That last lap was a 203.00.
Second off track. Who?
Did he get one there? That's
I
fucking
got
wide.
I got squirrely off the exit and went wide. Yeah. Try to get too early on the power. Slightly up. You know the story.
2/10 off the pace in sector 2.
Fuck off.
You're now 0.9 off the pace. You've just done a 2:02.95.
You're not joking.
Yeah, I got right out of it. And I still got it.
On the last corner.
Yeah.
Oh, you had a big, big moment in the middle.
Yeah. If I just kept going and just taken the off track, I'd have just got the off track and didn't not lose much time, but I tried to get right out of it to save the off track and still got it.
Yeah, your right tires ended up
Sector 1 is
about
1.3 seconds off the pace.
half a tire width over the edge of the
So
black
I
mark there.
nearly saved it. So we I got really
Yeah.
close. I almost saved it.
About 10, 20 centimeters too far.
I don't know if it's the heat, but I punished the tyres.
Sector 2 is 0.37 off the pace.
Oh shit, I only got one lap to go.
Mm.
You're currently 2.1 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.50 off the pace. Sector 1 is quick.
I hate in this car when you lock up a brake, it's just half a second automatic.
Mm. Yeah, it really hurts, doesn't it?
And it's hard to get the temp back sometimes if you do any sort of slide. Yeah.
Through for the win. Crowd cheers.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, bud.
That's your best lap in this session. You're currently 0.17 off the leader's pace. That lap was a 2:02.18.
I actually made a couple of corners. There it goes.
First half of JB's stint was a bit quicker.
Really? Was that when everyone was talking?
And
That one?
The guy behind has
then the
just done
second
a
half of the stint,
203.59.
I think Warwick was just like a tenth quicker.
It's just the same. Let's do that again.
I got to about mid stint and then started overdriving. I was just trying to push for an 01. And then I got 2 slower laps, second off. It's a consequence of
Pit
overdoing
exit's
it.
clear.
What are you doing, Warwick? You
Another
quality
stint.
set, another stint.
Another stint before the missus comes home. Oh, how many off tracks? 2.
So technically, you're calling out 1.
No, 2. 2
okay.
actual. So count.
Well, yep.
The count is 3. But the one.
3 sounds like 3 actual.
No, it was just me trundling down the straight.
Yeah.
Oh, like this. Oh my god.
What was that?
Not paying attention. This is why I go on mute for racing. Just FYI.
All
Did
clear
Dennis get
on pit
another
exit.
lap?
You can push now.
Oh no, I died.
Oh, okay.
Last corner death.
Yeah. It's moderate, but fuck. That's just had a couple of days off. While the cobwebs out. Considering when I started practice, so it was a minimum of 1 incident per lap, if not 2. I'll take it.
If I look at my stats, my race average incidence is I think 5 or 5.5 or something. So generally,
good.
if I'm 2 or 3 is okay in a race. 4
Yeah.
still alright, but starting to push it.
Well, it depends if you get a love tap. It's one little love tap, even at netcode, and it's 4. It's a 4 times without even trying.
Sort of ignoring that, but just assuming off tracks only, a clean race.
Yeah, but the stats don't differentiate, though, do they?
No, but just
Well, it's
a good
I think
guide,
it's-
I think.
yeah, but that'll push your average up.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a different, the off tracks cut with those statted separately, or at least the ability to drill down and query the data if you wanted to.
Yeah, it'd be
Alright.
nice at the end to be able to split them because it's just like an incident count at the end of the race, and you have no
Yeah.
idea. It could be all off tracks, or it could be all car contact, and you have no idea.
In the results, you can see your laps, and then it shows you.
Yeah.
Off track and incidents, loss of control.
Yep, and car contacts as well.
I wonder if I can push without getting off tracks.
Sector 1 is 0.37 off the pace.
Oh. I'm slowing down. Hey, go,
No,
go,
well,
go,
no,
go.
when I said behind you for a while, but you had a whole stint behind me. Come on.
Oh, fuck off behind you. It was fucking 6 seconds. It's not exactly behind.
Well, it started off closer. But my fault. Somebody's, you know.
What, distracted and can't drive and talk at the same
Oh,
time?
well, yeah, I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but you know.
Right about now, I'd love to do my optimal to 2.3.
That'd be good, man. That's good. Oh, brakes again.
Why is it every time you say that, I do the exact same fucking thing?
Hmm.
Literally 2 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Your sector 2 time is quick. Sector 3 is 2/10 off the pace.
There's a very missed break point.
No, it's not this brake point. If anything, it's just really poor brake technique. Or I just took a little bit more speed in than normal.
Yeah, actually, your initial break point was the same as JB's. You did not slow down as well.
No.
Actually, the difference in speed isn't even that high. It's crazy how like not that much extra speed, like 5 k's an hour extra, and you miss the corner.
Yeah, it's on the limit. Ah, you poo bag.
Off track.
Oh.
Bye.
Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace.
Merci.
Are the guys lapping consistently in the 2s, or are they in the low 3s?
Who do you mean? Me?
Yeah, you and Warwick.
Consistently low.
2.3
two.
off the pace. Sector
When I get
3
it right.
is 1.5 seconds
Okay.
off the pace.
I think probably averaging sort of 2.6, something like that.
Talking about now or overall?
I assume you now.
I'm finding the track state pretty fucking average. Maybe it's just because I haven't been in the car.
Sector 1 is 0.40 off the pace. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 2.
Oh. Fucking off tracks are going to shit now.
You're now 0.9 off the pace. That lap was a 2:02.93.
Where did Sean disappear to?
No, he's gone. Just
You're a tenth off in Sector 1.
He's just on
Oh.
mute.
oh.
Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace.
Oh. Okay. Can't keep doing that.
What exactly is that?
Pushing the double right-handed at the end of the track. Whatever that corner's called. I can't remember. I've been taking
Last
it
two
in.
turns.
Yeah. No, not last two. The you know, the classic big sweeper at the end of the hangar
Stowe.
Stowe, yeah.
You're now 0.6 off
I've
the
been trying to
leader's
take it
pace.
in
Sector
fourth.
3 is 0.31 off the
And while you've
pace.
still got grip, you can do it, and it's a little bit faster, I think. But I just had a big four-wheel drift. You trying it then? So
Hey,
maybe
2023.
nice,
The guy
man.
behind has just done a
There you go.
202.33.
Finally pull that together.
Feels a bit like that.
Oh, it was my last lap, so okay.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace. That puts you
Eduardo
0.9 off the
208.
pace.
He needs some more practice.
I think so.
Sector 1 time is good.
Back.
Oh, thank God for that.
Welcome back.
Oh, you were all just holding your breath.
We were.
So you're gonna have to explain the accident to us, by the way, Sean. Or to me, anyway, because I don't know.
I was cycling on my road push bike, and
Sector 2 is
I
0.5 off the pace.
so I was following another guy. We were going along like this section where we normally sprint, and I was in his draft. And basically my front
Typical.
wheel just tagged the back of his rear wheel, and like my front wheel just sort of like twisted sideways, and I just sort of went over the handlebars, sort of, but I think like more to the side, like the bike sort of just went out from under me. At about
The leader has
45
just
k's
done
now.
a 201.74.
If you're gonna do it well.
Yeah, you did it well. What did you hit, or what did you land on?
I think I just landed on my shoulder, like on the
ground.
on the road. Yeah.
You're currently
I had
0.4
like a
seconds
graze on
off
the back of
pace.
my shoulder, on my elbow, on that side. And I'm pretty sure I just landed on my shoulder hard enough that it broke collarbone.
You used your collarbone as a brake.
Yes. Well, so my helmet was cracked on the side
Oh
and
shit!
scratched, but I didn't have any concussion or anything. Like I didn't have a headache or like.
Wish you were wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Well, I think the collarbone also probably did some of it because it's like if I landed shoulder first and the collarbone broke, then that's a bunch of energy being already before my head would have then hit the ground. So
A bit of a flick though. If your shoulder stops moving, your head will sort of whip round and.
But yeah, the helmet seemed to do a great job. It wasn't a cheap helmet, so it's good. And lesson learned: if you have a crash with a helmet, take the helmet with you to the hospital.
Yeah.
What was the
They
reason?
asked me a few times. They were like, "Can we see the helmet?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't think like." Because somebody else came and picked up my bike and they just took the helmet with it. And I was like, oh, I didn't really think about the fact that they could look at the helmet and sort of...
You're thinking about other things, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, they can use that to get some information as to what actually happened to your head. Because they can say like, oh, did you hit your head? Does it hurt? Like that doesn't really give them a ton of information.
No, especially if you've got adrenaline pumping through, you're in shock. Oh.
Yeah, it's funny, like, so we're on the road, I crashed. I came to a stop a lot faster than I thought, like, given the speed, I didn't get too many grazes. Like, I got, like, sort of 3 grazes, which I guess were the 3 points of my body that were in contact with the road, but I didn't slide that far, and the grazes weren't that bad. And I just sort of got up and I was like, oh, like, sort of a feeling of like, holy shit, I got away with that. Walked off the side of the road, and one of my mates was like, "Do I need to call an ambulance?" And I was like,
Why?
I was like, I don't think so. And I just sort of, but I was like, I knew I'd landed on my shoulder, and I just sort of put my hand on my collarbone, and I could feel the broken bone. I was like, oh, no, yeah, call an ambulance.
I don't think this is supposed to be floating around like that.
No.
Yeah,
Is that the first bone you broken?
Yeah, it's the first bone I've ever broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really like painful, but I could just like in that X-ray, there's the bit that's sort of pointing up towards the skin, and you can feel it on the surface of the skin. You can feel sort of the edge. It didn't break through the skin though, so that was good.
Fucking yeah, that would horrifying. All the adrenaline going through.
It was kind of surprising how much it didn't hurt.
Yeah, is it shock? What does that, or
like,
adrenaline?
even
Something.
Later on, like after, so basically, I went to the hospital. They like took the X-rays and stuff. Then they, because I was on the way to work, it's covered by work cover.
Oh, I didn't think. I thought they bailed on that.
Well,
Or was that just New South Wales?
Maybe because it's work cover Queensland, so I guess maybe different places have different rules. But the doctors sort of asked me like, "Were you on your way to work?" And I was like, "So I was on my way to work, but it was a morning where I'd do a ride with a bunch of other people, so I sort of ride most of the way to work, meet a bunch of guys, and then do like a ride, and then head back to work." And he's like, "You were cycling from home with the destination of work, and the fact that you sort of took a detour is not like part of the description. Like you're kind of," he's like, "I'm pretty sure you could get work cover for this."
Especially if you just don't say that bit about detour. You just, I was on the way to work.
Well, so that was
stopping for a drink or a refreshment or something. It's
no, in my claim it was sort of like, you know, I left home, I was cycling to work, I stopped at one point and met with other people. We then continued on together with the destination of work. And that's all true. It's just like, you know, if you drew it on a map, you'd see that we sort of went around a different way. But as far as
it doesn't have to be the most direct route though either. That's not an obligation.
Yeah, I think that's the point. It's like it's not really ruled out. It's like it meets all the criteria of the fact that I was cycling to get from my house to my place of work.
Yeah, and on top of that, you could even say that you ride together for safety reasons, right?
Yeah.
As well as team bonding.
So anyway, because of that, work cover means I got to see the private surgeon, which is how I got surgery so fast.
Are you covered privately?
Sector 2 time
So I
is
have
quick.
private health insurance, which would have come into it if work cover wasn't covering it. But I looked, and I actually don't think my private insurance covers this. Now,
What?
like
Hospitalizations and broken bones?
bone, yes.
Bullshit.
Because
Really?
I got sort of like a lower end one, and now looking at it again, I think I'm going to go change it and increase the coverage because it's sort of like what's the point? Well, it's like I'm paying like $140 a month, and I can pay $180 a month and get like way more coverage, and it's really not that much more money. And then what's the point of paying $140 if it doesn't cover me when I need it? So
And now he's starting to sound like an adult.
I'm now reassessing my
Output
health
you
insurance because it was
0.9
kind of like,
off the
holy
pace.
shit, if work cover doesn't cover this, I might not have coverage here, even though I'm paying a buttload of money for it. And then private, I mean, public wouldn't have been that bad. They just said it would have been like a 1 to 2 week wait for a surgeon.
That's not too bad.
I think they would have had to do the surgery relatively soon. Otherwise, the bone just starts healing anyway. And
Yeah, where it is, yeah.
Oh, it'd be
We got a
pretty.
break.
That would be high up there. That'd be category 1
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. So it wouldn't have been awful if I didn't have coverage, but it wouldn't have been as good as just getting seen. Because so basically after they did that, they like referred me to the private, but it was on Friday, and I had my appointment with the private surgeon on Monday, so they were just like, cool, here's a sling, go home. And I was like, all right. I don't know how I feel about heading home with like my collarbone in 2 pieces.
Flapping around. Yeah.
Yeah. And it really, like, I could feel it. If I moved my shoulder, you could sort of feel it, like, I don't know, like twinging past like a muscle or a like,
yeah.
I don't know, tendon or something.
Yeah.
Like you could feel stuff moving that shouldn't be moving.
Something
against each
that's
other.
not supposed to touch, yeah.
And it was like, as long as my shoulder was in the right position, it was no pain. It wasn't like a painful thing. It's as soon as my shoulder moved the wrong way, suddenly like sharp pain.
Yeah, as long as you just sit still for your entire life.
Yeah.
Don't worry about sleeping or toilet or shower. It's all right. Just don't move.
Yeah. So I think now that it's put back together, it's much more comfortable.
That's 20 minutes.
The surgeon did actually say the X-ray makes it look worse than it really is, and it would have actually had a reasonably good chance of healing on its own, even if I didn't get surgery.
Bullshit.
I
won't be telling family and friends that part. You can fuck right off.
But he said, the way he phrased it is, it's like you have like a 80 to 90% chance of it healing correctly with that surgery, but like a 99% chance of it healing with surgery. Like it's just because they put the bone back together, so it's basically guaranteed to heal.
And it heals in the right spot. I think the risk would be that it heals without it being in the right spot.
He said because that bone doesn't
Looks
really
like
do
you're clear on
a
the pit
whole
exit.
lot. The key aspect of that bone is its length. If when it heals, it's the same length as it was before, it doesn't matter what shape it is. And he said, so like when you have a weird break like that, it can heal, and now it's in like a weird S shape. But if the ends are in the right place, it's fine. But he said mine actually had a little bit of overlap, which means it would have healed in a slightly different length, which means I would have had like a little bit of mobility issues. You know, it might not have been severe, or it might have been a problem, but basically the length. Issues.
I don't think you go around leaving the brakes like that alone just to heal.
Did in the medieval times, and that didn't work very well, did it?
I was going to say, there's probably a reason why the average lifespan of humans back then were, 20 to 30.
Apparently, they debunked all that. It's because the kids, before you're 6, there was like a 50% chance you were going to live.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, I've got records of birth deaths of ancestors of mine in the 1600s, and it's fascinating. You look at these families and they've got like 18, 19 kids, and then you look at the details of the lifespan of the kids, and 90% of them don't survive past their first birthday.
What's your background, Jay? English?
Well, most recently, yes, but originally German
Most
and
recently.
and Swedish. Well, as in my direct, my parents and my parents and my grandparents were born in England, but prior to that it was Sweden, and then you go back another couple of hundred years and it's Germany.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, there was a bit of money somewhere along the lines, and enough for them to actually keep records of births and deaths, and to make a family tree that spanned back to the 1600s and ends with my great grandfather.
They just had someone who's annoying like my mother who thinks it's fun to do that sort of stuff. And every
Yeah,
few
but
generations, someone has the same idea.
yeah, you're right. I mean, this tree was made, I think, late 19th century. So like what, 1890, something there, from memory. So I don't know. I mean, that's some serious attention to finding those records for a start, and days of
Sector 1
limited
is 0.8
communication.
off the pace.
Yeah, it's interesting. My family tree goes back to, I think it's on my mother's side, goes back to the Black Knights of the Rhine that used to illegally collect tolls.
Okay, cool. So that's juicy stuff. I don't think I never dug up anything particularly juicy with my family. I'm sure
I
there is
haven't
somewhere.
I haven't looked at anything, and I'm sure my family back then is as boring as I am now.
Yeah, I think no one in my family that I know has any interest in that stuff. So like, I don't know anything about my family beyond my grandparents, and even then, well, actually, I'm pretty sure my grandparents were all born in Australia. I don't know anything beyond that.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Sean. When you've got a bit of information about your family, it's a bit of that's interesting, and then you forget about it, and that's it. So you're not missing out on anything, mate.
Yeah.
Are we streaming?
Ignorance, you can cling to the belief that there was something interesting. Then you actually do some digging and find out that in fact that there isn't anything interesting.
Yeah.
Are you
Ignorance is
streaming?
bliss. Yes.
Well, when we're not streaming next, remind me to tell you about my past, because there's a few juicy things in there.
You're now 1.8 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.25 off the pace. Okay, Warwick, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
All right, I'm going to chuck my qual set in. Use the last 15 minutes to do a couple of sims. And leave Eduardo plenty of room.
You're 0.2 off the pace in Sector 1. Your quickest overall. That puts you 0.26 quicker than second. Sector 3 time is fast.
Geez, I'm just doing a prep out lap And I'm still catching Eduardo. Come on, buddy.
No, he's
I
down
was
to
watching him.
207.
I was watching him before. He was having a lot of trouble getting around the track.
Yeah.
Sector 1 is 0.30 off the pace.
Shit. No, for fuck's sake.
You know that left-hander, that slow left-hander coming out onto the straight? Is that first or second for you guys?
No, I don't think I'm going
Yeah.
first anywhere.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
True, yeah, true that. Yep.
Engage the limiter.
You talking about the old original
Need to come into the
start
pits to serve the
pit
penalty.
straight?
Just at the start.
Sector 1 and 2, yeah, between sectors 1 and 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like 10-4, I think it is, right? The hairpin 10-4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, 3,
No.
4.
Definitely seconds the lowest I'm going, Dennis.
Thank you. Maybe
Or
I'll
highest.
try that.
Or whatever.
We've got 2 laps left to come in and serve this penalty.
Oh, Sean, did you see that debacle of a race from Le Mans 24 Hour?
Yeah, I saw a bunch
Oh,
of
the
that.
R factor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Max Verstappen's very vocal, like condemning of it and saying he won't
Yeah.
participate again.
Which I think it's good that he's doing, like, he
Okay,
was so
Warwick,
calm
10
about it.
minutes to go. That's
Hmm.
10 minutes left.
One of the Reddit posts I read was that was the calmest I've ever seen Max. I think Max really does hold the keys, though, right? Because any sim would be, you know, they're indebted to him almost, right? That he's
Definitely.
driving it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a big iRacing fan and he figures that's going to have some effect.
Well, we know Max is partial to iRacing.
Mm.
So I think that's probably just because that's where the competition is. I think he would just simply drive whatever
Yeah, you're probably right.
competition's on. As long as it's stable, he probably doesn't care.
I just have some problems because I remember iRacing's never had a stable Le Mans 24 Hour.
Yeah, it's kind of funny actually. People being like, "Oh, this is ridiculous, unacceptable," and then other people being like, "Well, iRacing has also had issues." But I think iRacing's one is like, they've had stability issues hosting for thousands or tens of thousands of people.
Mm-hmm.
This was like one dedicated competition server.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. I thought it was similar. Okay.
No, this is
Just a one-off hosted. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
€2,500 entry per team sort of job,
Yeah. And like I saw a post. Apparently, like you could just go onto R Factor and like find the server listed in the server list and stuff. Like they didn't do anything to really like hide it or protect it. Or
Yeah. The IP was visible apparently.
You're talking about the lemons.
Mm.
Yeah. I saw one thing. It was like, I think Fox Sports Australia put a tweet or a Facebook post or something, like linking to an article about Max getting like being upset about it, and their response was just like, it's just a game, right? Like a joking thing. And someone just being like, literally everything you cover is just a game, right?
Ah, yeah, true that. I hate that fucking expression in our sport, though.
Yeah. Well, and like I haven't actually watched Max's thing, but I read what I assume is like a transcript of what he said.
It's just typical Max.
Well, it was just he pointed out the fact that he put in months of practice for an event, and for the event to then just be like thrown away because they didn't host it is like unacceptable.
Yeah,
and part of the reason why it was unacceptable was that they were giving some guys wave throughs and other guys not, and it just jumbled up the field and just made no sense in the end.
Yeah, he didn't get his lap back when they discoed for the second time.
Yeah. They didn't have any consistency or any like. I guess they probably weren't prepared for it, so then they had to like make the rules up on the spot and like.
They need to boycott this group, motorsport, whatever they're called.
Motorsport Games.
Yeah,
that's
like
the one. Yeah,
But the mainstream teams, the Red Lines and all that sort of need to boycott it. Otherwise, nothing will change. And like the companies that are organising it, like the Le Mans and the Daytonas, and they don't know any different. They just get pitched an idea from a group of people and they go, okay, sure.
And what's even worse is that they say that they got they got current F1 world champions driving for them, right?
Do they? Not that you're talking about the team. You're talking about the teams, right? You're talking about the teams or the organizer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when they're pitching to the thing, it's sort of like, oh, we'll get Max along, right? He'll come to it because we've got the team secured.
Yeah, but motorsport mob, it's just some fucking snake oil salesman turned up in a slick suit, sold these people the idea, and quite honestly, off the back of everyone else's success, right? They look, iRacing did this, we're going to do all this so much better. They fall for it, run an event. It's garbage, and it's hurting our sport though. Sim racing is being hurt through money grubbing companies like Motorsport. Whoever the fuck they are.
Yeah, it's interesting. My wife, she has a friend in the Netherlands. He actually is one of the sound artists for motorsport games, and even he says it's ridiculous.
Sound artists, they employ people.
Well, there was another Reddit post recently about how they haven't paid a couple of people and they took them to court. And we're threatening to release a source code of their games if they didn't pay.
Yeah.
Nice. But it's because I didn't know that until this Le Mans thing. I didn't know that ISI sold R-Factor 2 to 3-4s, whoever they were, who then on-sold it to Motor. I had no idea. I was silly and bought a lifetime subscription in the hope that I was supporting ISI at the time.
No.
And now it's Motorsport, whatever they are.
Motorsport games.
Yeah.
Jesus, you guys are in 201s. Are you doing quals or are you actually... Okay.
Yep.
That 1.7, that was fuel run time. I can't go much faster in quali. That's an outlier though, Dennis. I was really pushing just to get a 1.
It was on his last lap, wasn't it? Last lap of fuel.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's funny, you're trying to do that for 1s and I'm trying to do that for 2s. Okay, let me do a quali.
Did 2 warm-up laps, 1 push lap.
Yeah, the first lap, there's no hope of getting a time.
I think I'm losing all my time in the braking zones. You guys are so much better on brakes than me.
Sector 1 is 1.1 off the pace.
So I think when I was having a look at the replays, you guys are braking later and still managing to pull it up and come out quicker.
Yeah, don't use the replays. Make sure you're using the telemetry.
Yeah, well, when I was looking at what track was it last week, I noticed the same thing.
The leader's just
I
done
find
201.
the car, like, you can brake very
That's
heavily
2 minutes
now.
left. 2 minutes.
I don't know if it was always that way.
No, it never
Maybe it's
was.
different,
I always felt as though if you braked really heavily, you were locking them up, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
It actually just went straight on.
But you've definitely got to be straight when you
Sector 2
do
is
it. Like, you've
1.4
really got to
off
take
the pace.
advantage of the straight line braking and that initial, like, hard application. And then be very careful as soon as you start putting turning input in, you need to be on way less brake. Otherwise, as soon as you lock, you've just blown the corner. So it's like you've got to be initially very aggressive, almost kind of like an open wheeler, I'd say, except you're not feeding it off due to downforce loss. You just need to not be turning and braking at the same time.
P2, you're now 2.9 off the pace. You're a tenth off the pace in sector 1. Checker flag, P2.
No. Front still have not come up. Clearly.
Is that your first flyer?
No.
Oh wow, that cut on the left there is really bad. 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Just for a little bit over too.
That one's always been bad.
I hate turn 2. If you get it wrong, there's no saving it.
You're sounding out too wide. You've got to cut a lot of that curb on the left. You're not already doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I was too wide on. Well, it probably all kicked off because I was too wide on turn 1.
That's what I did for my lap then, was sacrifice one a little bit in the hope that I didn't push out. And all I did was sacrifice time. It did nothing. I'm like, yeah, I'll sacrifice that time on the way in. I'll make it on the way out. Nope. You out of fuel too?
Now I'm saving so I can try and do another lap.
I didn't click until too late. I was already at 0.8 of a lap left. So I figured that out.
Yeah, I just clutched in, went through the maggots packets complex.
That's the end of the session. P2. Watch your speed. Activate limiter.
Right, I'm going to go and find some food.
Nice laps, Jay.
Thanks, mate. Good to see your progress too. I know you've optimal was a 2.9, wasn't it, last night? So
Yeah, 202.0 now.
excellent, good gains, man. So Saturday or Sunday, I guess we just see how we're faring tomorrow. I'm pretty good either night. Cool.
Yeah, I'm happy for tomorrow night.
Cool. So that's I don't know. What time is you're on the odd hour, aren't you?
No, we're even.
We're on the even, you're on the odd.
We're on the odd. So like the 8:45 your time?
Yeah, I'm happy for that.
Wing it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll try and aim for that and see how we go.
Not Hockenheim, it's Silverstone.
Still both down. Alrighty. I'm gonna just go and find some food.
All right, I'm going to hang out with the boss.
Yep. All right. Thanks,
Okay.
boys.
Thanks, gents.
Thank you
Thank-
much
and
for that.
I'm
Thanks,
sure
Sean,
good
for
to see you.
rocking up. Yeah, it's good to
Yeah.
see you.
I'll
Mm.
try to come for the race.
That'd
Is
be
it
good.
tomorrow or Sunday?
Probably Saturday.
Currently tomorrow. Yeah.
Cool.
7:45 our time.
That'll be fun.
Damn it. I was
Yeah.
on for a 202, but then it started spluttering.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Cheers. What? Alright, I am off for a little bit, maybe on later, maybe not. But see ya.
Yep, no dramas.
Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Okay, see you, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
See you guys.